petitions. We've had a request that Fendalton-Waimairi-Harewood Community Board come first because both the Chair and the Deputy Chair are not able to come today, and we have Bridget Williams to present the Community Board report for this month. Welcome, Bridget.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So I guess the first thing to start off with is that there are no partes with what we have, and we take the report as read. If there are any questions, we would like to mention some specific highlights of the report.
I'd be very keen to have the highlights first, and then we'll open it up.
Excellent.
Thank you.
So the first one is the Village Church and Community Centre. This opened, the opening was held on the 9th of August. It was so that's very exciting for the ward. And another exciting highlight has been Eberly Park playground upgrade. So this was very exciting for the area, and a special mention to Papanui Innes. This has been a really huge success. And just to mention that the opening, the people who hosted it were the original people who were against the playground, and so we see this as a really great success and a good example of the community coming together and it being an exciting facility for the area.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah. And I guess just to mention a significant community issue, one in particular is Glandover Road. So we have constructed a working group with the residents there, and the reason for that is there are some issues with this particular road. This is Glandover, Idris and Straven, and this has been ongoing now for about 18 months. We are in communication with the residents and creating a working party to help facilitate with this. Yeah.
Thank you. Yanni.
Thank you for the report. Just one quick question under 5.2. The Rotu Katahutu Reserve, the entrance upgrade. That's great. Do you know, are there toilets that are proposed to go in there as part of that upgrade?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Is that something that the board's considered, or has been?
No, not at this point.
Right.
But yeah, we can definitely raise it.
Okay. I just know at our community board we've had the issue of toilets come up, and one of the things we've asked for is a bit of a strategy around public toilets, because there's some areas that have gaps. So anyway, I think that's really exciting with that reserve being upgraded. It is very popular, as you say. So no, thank you for that suggestion. Yeah, definitely. We've found that with Bishopdale Mall, public toilets are definitely something to think about for sure. Okay, thanks.
Aaron?
Yeah, I was just going to add that's up in the ward that I'm lucky enough to represent, and this is one of the gems of the city. This the lakes that are out there, the recreation lakes. So this entrance, this is just the entrance upgrade. It's no further, and they're not doing any work at this point. But the rangers have put on their list of things once they get a management plan for that reserve, which they're trying to tie into the groins as well. Then that stuff will come along, and no doubt they will come along cap in hand to this council, hopefully in the next financial year, to ask for a few $1 million for a small toilet. I just made that up, because that way, if you start in the millions, when it lands in the hundreds of thousands, people go, "Oh, that was a saving."
You know, I've missed your sense of irony. Mike.
Thanks. I just want to thank Bridget for acknowledging the Papanui Innes board with what we did over the Eberly Park. I think it's one of the biggest disappointments we had for the representation review was actually losing Eberly Park, which is probably one of the best neighbourhood parks in Christchurch. But anyhow, thanks to your board for actually sort of sticking to the guns of what our board had started and finishing that project, because what we've seen is actually a really good success story. And sometimes we've got to remember some of the people that are vocal against things are a minority, and it was actually the bigger community group was saying yes to it and putting it in as it was planned is actually a really good outcome for the whole community. Thanks.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point, because I mean I was going to acknowledge what you said, because I hadn't appreciated that from the report, is that the protagonists, as it were, actually hosted the opening. Now, I mean, that's an extraordinary achievement in terms of bringing community together. So I wanted to acknowledge the community board for that, and also to really echo what Mike said, that to acknowledge the work that the previous community board had done. It is hard when boundaries change, and you've devoted all of that time and energy to creating something, and then somebody else gets to make the decision, which is a little bit around, you know, sort of how a lot of the community boards feel about bringing Part A decisions here. So, look, thank you very much. Are there any other questions? We've got a little bit of time. No? Look, thank you very much, Bridget, and thank you for coming in and and making sure that the Fendalton-Harewood-Waimairi voice was heard around the table today.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Right, and now we'll move to Linwood Central Heathcote, and here we also have a first-time caller.
Just need to move and second.
Oh, sorry. Would someone like to move and second the report? Jamie, Aaron. I'll put the motion. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried. Sorry, I got carried.